All right. Welcome to Tick Tock Next Block, the live game show where you play for 1 million sats. I swear I can hear somebody saying bruh every so often in our game show music here. I'm going to have to take a listen to that. I'm your host, Stuart Bitcoin Dad. Let's go over how this game works. Step 1. Go to satchats.com and sign up to play this game, okay? Then we can get to playing it, actually. I mean, I'm in here with my mom and dad right now, y'all, okay? I got my grown parents supporting a grown man who's just trying to give away hundreds to thousands of dollars worth of Bitcoin each week here on YouTube. Somebody come and take my money, please. You know what I mean? All right, let's see how this game works. First things first, we've got 1 million satoshis on the line, which is currently exchanging for $1,145. You've got 14 questions that are standing in between you and that big old fat amount of generational wealth. You're going to have 21 seconds to answer the question after I have read the question and read each of the 4 options for answers. When you get a question correct, you can walk away with all the satoshis you've already earned. But if you want to risk it, you can move on to the next question. But if you get that question wrong, you're going to drop back down to the last amount. I'm going to cut it in half the same way Bitcoin's new supply gets cut in half every 210,000 blocks. And I'm going to send you on your way to play this game show another day. But I don't want you to lose this game. I want you to go all the way to the end and win 1 million satoshis from satchats. So I'm going to give you 3 resources to help you out on your way. Number 1, you can ask me to take a hummus break, and I'll post up for 28 seconds. I will eat this beautiful lemon dill here, and you'll have more time to find the right answer, okay? Because when you play this game, I am expecting you to use the internet, our YouTube channel, Chat GPT, anything you can use when you play this game. So the hummus break will give you 28 more seconds to try to figure out what the answer is. Consensus is where we will go to the chat and we will ask the chatillionaires to give you their best guess at the right answer. This is a pre-recorded episode of Tick Tock Next Block because ya boy, number 0 Stuart, will be lifting the legendary stones of Iceland during this time. So we'll go to the other players in the group along with producer Jeremy. Peer-to-peer is where you will go to the people we have here on the SatChats team. Producer Jeremy is your resource today when you crack peer-to-peer. He's a great resource because he puts these slides together. So if you can just remember what he did yesterday, you have a great chance of getting the right answer. Now, if you get a question wrong and haven't used any of these resources, you can trade them in for a second life that allows you to keep playing the game. So let's bring last week's player back on screen. This is number 18, Dad. He came on, I guess, in February as a pre-coiner, and really get Dad all of the way there. Like, we kind of finished with you wanting to know what the SWOT analysis was, and that gave me flashbacks to my days as a cybersecurity salesperson where corporate leaders wanted us to do SWOT analyses. And I'm like, I hate this. You guys got me in here talking about practice. Not even talking about the game. You got me talking about practice, but you ultimately allowed me to stack the sats on your behalf since you wanted to set them aside for me and Jorma and Lydia. So Tell us a little bit before we get started about, what has happened since then, Dad, because these days you are a freaking Bitcoiner.
Yeah. Oh boy, we're back feeding here, Stu. Okay, maybe that's good. Yeah. So we now have begun having automatic drafts every Friday for the business, and we're having automatic drafts every month personally through Bitcoin Well to be stacking sats for the three of y'all. And we were almost up to about 10 million sats, but I lost them all in a boating accident. But had a bunch going there. Had 10 cents of a Bitcoin before I lost them all out on that lake.
Wow.
So, but yeah, and one thing we're doing with the business that I think is really cool is as a property manager, I have to hang on to security deposits in a fiduciary responsibility position and with a separate account. And I've been systematically moving those into Bitcoin because I checked our laws here in North Carolina, and we're not required to give back to the tenants anything that their security deposit makes in interest or whatever. So those are held long term for me in my particular business, years and years they're held. So those are being systematically dollar cost averaged every week into Bitcoin now, and we'll hold our security deposits in Bitcoin. So we're finding different ways to put money into Bitcoin. And your mama is really coming along with this game. That has mom knows more about Bitcoin than me now. And so we're figuring there's two of us now starting to pull together on putting money into Bitcoin. So yeah, it's been a good journey since that appearance on your show when I was taking the cash.
Yeah, you were going to take the cash, but now, I mean, you are living the dream. You are dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin personally. You are dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin through your business. You are storing security deposits now in Bitcoin, and the appreciation there is going to be incredible. Your wife is now more and more on board, which is totally the freaking dream. And you've become not only a Bitcoiner, but with your boating accident, you've become a degenerate Bitcoiner where you're really a Bitcoiner now. If you're making boating accident jokes, you have gone absolutely far down the rabbit hole. So I love that. Last week, you made it to question number 5, which was a Lightning Network trivia question about how SegWit, or segregated witness, was the upgrade to the Bitcoin network that helped catalyze those faster payments on the Lightning Network. So we're going to jump right back in this week with question number 6, which is worth 151,712 satoshis. Here we go, Dad. Which tool do the hosts use to calculate sats per dollar during that cash versus sats offer at the end of each one of our Sat Chats episodes? Is it A, mempool.space, B, the Clark Moody dashboard, C, Glassnode, or D, blockchain.com Explorer?
Yeah, I don't think it's on there. So I
know which one you're thinking about, and that's true, but what's the other one that we use?
Okay, so I'm going to go with what y'all started with before you switched to Simple Steve's super fancy one. So I'm going to go with B, Clark Moody.
Okay, B, Clark Moody. Jeremy, let's show him the answer. The Clark Moody dashboard is correct. So I love that you've got enough familiarity with satchats to know that after number 60, Simple Steve came on and debuted his UTX Oracle, we flipped over to the UTX Oracle because it is the Bitcoin of determining Bitcoin's price. It is an absolute breakthrough, and every Bitcoiner should go to UTX Oracle to get the price of Bitcoin. But we rely on his YouTube feed, which isn't always working. And so our backup when the UTX Oracle is down is to put Clark Moody's dashboard up there, because it has all sorts of helpful information about the current exchange rate of Bitcoin, how many sats per dollar, how much Bitcoin has been issued, what the current block reward is. So even though UTX Oracle is strictly truer than Clark Moody's dashboard, Clark Moody's dashboard is still a really great resource for anybody who wants to get connected to Bitcoin and kind of explore Bitcoin through the different areas that he has on his dashboard. So way to go, Dad. Now, do you want to move on to question number 7, which is worth 192,040 satoshis, aka $220?
Yeah, I'm calculating that I have 75 grand in sats in the bank now. So, yeah, moving on.
So you're walking away with $86 no matter what. So now we're going to see if you can lock in 220 plus. Here we go. Show them the slide, JRB. How many confirmations are commonly considered secure for high value Bitcoin transactions? How many blocks need to be added to the blockchain after your transaction in order to make sure that that sucker is locked into place? Is it A, 1 block, B, 3 blocks or confirmations, C, 6 confirmations, or D, 12?
Okay, now I don't like that question again, because the super big ones are above 10 or above. But so how many confirmations are commonly considered secure?
And think about how each block takes 10 minutes. And so every time they add a block, they're going to check the block before it and say, yep, that block exists, right?
Oh, I got it, because I've seen it on my when I buy Bitcoin. It's C6.
Hey, all right, Dad, let's go. 6 is correct. Now,
took me a while on that one because it's a kind of a trick question. For the giant ones, you got to have 10 or more.
Okay. I said, now I haven't heard that. I've always heard 6. And when I look at the transactions that are coming from Bitcoin Well directly to my self-custody wallet, it kind of has like a little circle next to it with 6 sections. And it'll start off as, it'll show up in my wallet and it'll say unconfirmed, but I'm like, okay, it's there. And then 10 minutes goes by and one of those 6 sections is lit up. 20 minutes go by, 30, 40, 50. And after an hour, it says, hey, look, we've confirmed this 6 times because we've added 6 new blocks. So you're good to go. But you said you've heard 10. Where have you heard 10?
It's I heard it from Chappie. But it's for millions. So your high value Bitcoin transaction was throwing me. It's like, are you asking for not like I buy, but like millions at once, like Chris buys? No. So, but then it's like, I remembered I seeing the 6 on all my transactions. It's like, I remember going, why is that 6 there? So 6, I went back to high value, just going with the 6. So I'm glad that was the right answer. I think your questions have been tricky a little bit. 2 or 3 of them have been tricky.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. And I'm glad 10 was not an option, because that helps rule that one out. But 6 is what I've seen. And, you know, high value transactions for me is any amount of Bitcoin, because I know this stuff is going to be incredibly valuable when it's time for the 7th, 8th, and 9th Arthurs to, you know, do whatever they're going to do with the Bitcoin I'm stacking now.
Amen.
All right, Dad, glad you made it past that one. Question number 8 is worth 243,088 Satoshis. If you get this one right and walk away, you will tie Bloopy the Raccoon for 2nd place all time. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm counting that I got about 10 million of sats from Chris, so I'm okay with that. Let's go to the next one.
Question number 8 is worth 243,088 Satoshis. What phrase did we use in our early days to refer to fiat currency? And let's show them that slide, Jared.
Okay.
Is it A, central bank credits? B, you're laughing because you already know the answer to this one because it irritated you. B, government greenbacks. C, nation state paper. Or D, legacy bills.
I don't want you to tell Chris that you and I conspired secretly last night to come up with these questions so I could take a bunch of his money. But yeah, I asked you to find a different way to say the American dollar rather than nation state paper. And now I find myself saying nation state paper. So I guess you planted that seed. So I'm going with C, nation state paper.
C, nation state paper. Jared, let's look at the answer. C, nation state paper. It bothered you in the early days of satchats. It bothered my wife, Kristen, in the early days of satchats. It bothered my my sister, Lydia. It bothered a lot of people, but I'm like, you know what? It's freaking nation state paper. I had my mom, no, not my mom. I had my wife and my sister sending me definitions from Chappie about how America is not technically a nation state. And I'm like, okay, get out of here. It's a freaking nation state. Now, Dad, after we have, you know, designed and released our orange peeling the world t-shirt in your honor, the next t-shirt that we are going to produce, I've already got a mock-up thanks to AI and my good buddy, Richard Puente. Let's see if you can see this here. It's a roll of toilet paper that is Benjamin Franklin's, and it says nation state. Let me see. Come to this camera here, Jeremy. Maybe you can see it better over here.
A little blurry, but we got it.
Right? Nation state paper. So that's what I think about that. Okay. All right. So you got that one. That was a good one for you.
Yeah, that was another low-hanging fruit, a nice big fat softball coming in. But to your point, the more I've read Sufadine twice now and Jeff Booth's book once, and just get that even though I think our country is great, a great country can't make fiat paper any good. Fiat money, a great country can't change the nature of fiat money. It's just that you can print at will with no tie to the gold standard. So I'm okay with the nation state paper now because I disassociate that from the country. And what I hope is that Bitcoin is going to bring our politicians, it's going to rein them into reality, and that it's going to make, this is a great line, it's going to make America great again.
Bitcoin is going to make America great again. You heard it here first on TICK TOCK Next Block.
I can see it making politicians become rigorously honest with the money they are allowed to spend, and therefore only quality, genuine politicians will come in, because the money grubbers and the criminals who try to make money as a politician won't be able to print it. So anyway, thanks for that softball.
No problem. Thanks for being an early listener of the show when we had 3 subscribers. All right, now let's go to, if you want, if you're prepared, question number 9, 307,706 satoshis.
Yeah, I'm counting that. I've put 122 roughly thousand of Chris's sats into my blue wallet now. So I'm willing to walk away with 122. So give me the next question.
All right, here we go. Question number 9 says, how often does Bitcoin's network recalculate its mining difficulty? Is it A, every 144 blocks, B, every 1008 blocks, C, every 2016 blocks, or D, every 10,080 blocks?
Okay. I totally didn't know this one. So I got it from Chappie, and I don't always trust Chappie, but I'm going to go with C, 2016.
Okay, let's see if Chappie is going to do a better job than it did for Mom last week. And it did. 2016 blocks is correct. So this one's really interesting because every 210,000 blocks, the reward that you get as a miner for finding a new block to add to the blockchain, that gets cut in half. So when Bitcoin was first started, it went for 210,000 sets of 10 minutes each. And then the 50 Bitcoin those miners got for doing their work dropped to 25. Then it went for another 210,000. It goes to 12 and a half, so on and so forth. So that's basically once every 4 years, right? But Bitcoin has a difficulty adjustment that is tuned up more frequently. So once every 2016 blocks, which is basically once every 2 weeks. Once every 2 weeks, Bitcoin looks at how many computers are trying to solve its math problem and making the math problem harder or easier so that it can kind of target this 10-minute increment between blocks. It's this wild, self-checking, self-healing, self-regulating aspect of Bitcoin that is so cool for me to think about. So way to go, Dad. You knocked that one out of the park. Now,
yeah, and this is that area of Bitcoin, that altruistic quality that is in Bitcoin, where this calculation adjust, and this is beyond me, because I get the 21 million limit, love that. I get the deflation, love that. But how I would make a computer program to do that is beyond me. And this is where that this is once a century or millennium event, where there's just a jump in technology that there's a gap, like the missing link. And Bitcoin, this is what makes Bitcoin just at a different level than anything we've seen before.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
very cool. Yeah, and thanks, Chappie, for the right answer.
yeah. Chappie's like, now my my wallet for my share of your winning is BC1. You're gonna have to give Chappie a cut, right? Okay. Now, this brings you to question number 10, Dad. Question number 10 is the furthest that anyone in history has gone in this game. And the only person to achieve question number 10 is Senor Gringo Poppy. And when he got to question number 10, he did not get the answer right. So this is your opportunity to go even farther than Senor Gringo Poppy. Are you ready for question number 10?
Yeah, I'm looking at 154,000 sats is in the bank, and I'm completely happy with that. So bring it on.
All right, here we go. This is gonna be crazy if Dad wins the million sats here on today's pre-recorded show. Show him the slide, Jeremy. Which one of these is not a type of Bitcoin address? Is it A, Taproot, B, Legacy, C, Base 58, or D, Segwit?
Is Legacy a type of Bitcoin address?
How much time is left? Where's the timer?
About 10 seconds.
Is Taproot a Bitcoin address?
Okay, now answer or resource? Do you want a hummus break or a consensus or a peer-to-peer? Or do you want to, or Dad, you just want to try it, and if you get it wrong, you trade in your 3 resources, you keep playing?
I think I know the answer.
Okay. Let's hear it, brother.
This is completely not something I know, although the names I know, but I don't know the answer. So, and it's not easy to get out of Chappie, but I think it's C, Base 58, based on the way I asked the question.
Base 58 a Bitcoin address?
Okay.
Now I'm just not sure now. So what's my option?
You can have me take a hummus break that gives you another half a minute to keep trying to figure it out. You can do consensus, where we'll pull Mom in, see what she thinks the answer is, or peer-to-peer, where producer Jeremy will come in and try to help. And by the way, you can use all 3 of these to basically give yourself another minute and a half if you need to stack your resources one on top of the other.
Okay, I didn't think I was going to get nervous in this game. Mom has been nervous as hell, but I didn't think it would get to me. But because I want to go further than Senor, I don't want to use up my stuff yet for the really hard ones. So I'm going to go with the answer as C, Base 58, just not knowing if I'm right or not, but kind of thinking it is based on the time I put into Chappie. So there we go.
All right, here we go. We're gonna yeet it. We're gonna send it. It's the correct answer. It is right. You got it right. Let's absolutely go. And the whole time you're thinking, I can hear Mom be like, is Base 58 a type of Bitcoin ad? I'm like, are you talking into your phone? Like, what device are you on there, Mom? All right. Incredible. You absolutely risked everything, and you are correct, which means you get to move on if you want, and you still have all 3 resources correct. So Taproot, Legacy, and Segwit are types of Bitcoin addresses. Base 58 is a form of technology that translates all of these addresses that are not understandable to humans into strings of letters and numbers that we can work with. So when you're putting in Lion's address to pay him for doing some chores around your house, and it's that big fat string of letters and BC1, Q set, all that junk, that's because this Base 58 technology or code has translated the actual address into something that you can know and understand. Kind of wild.
Very cool. That means absolutely nothing to me, and I don't care, but
can I just say something from the producer's room?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I am sweating like crazy for Monty. And Monty, you only have 4 more questions left. Not to put any pressure on you.
Now,
and 3 resources.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Dad. You are now, if you go on to question number 11, you will now have gone further than anyone else in this game has ever gone before. But if you get number 11 wrong, I will chop your 389,000 satoshis in half, and you will not be the top player in terms of satoshis earned, but you will be the one that goes the farthest. Now, if you go to the next question and you get it right, then you know, you would be, I don't know, you even then you would I mean, you basically you gotta go far, right? Because if you get, you gotta go far. You gotta go far, because question number 13 is worth 790,000 satoshis. If you got question 13 wrong, I would chop that in half and you would leave with 395,000 satoshis. So you're already going to be the person who has gone the furthest in the game. But if you want to keep pushing until you get something wrong, you need to get all the way to question number 13 for that to be chopped in half and still be the most number of satoshis anyone has earned. Okay. Otherwise, you got to walk away when you reach. Actually, if you walked away right now, Dad, you would be 389,501 satoshis, the highest number of satoshis anyone has ever earned, but you would be tying Senor for deepest into the game. What's it going to be?
Well, if I walked away now, I would have made more than Senor in 1 game than he made in 2.
Which is awesome.
That's satisfying. But
you would only be tied for the deepest into the game. So,
and that's not gonna work for me. So I will walk away with 195,000 sats. Thank you, Chris, for the opportunity to see if I can be the leader of this pack. While the leading is easy, because the more you play this game, it's going to be harder to be the biggest sat winner and the farthest in the game. So I need to strike now while y'all are just beginning this game, even though I'm not sure of my answers at this point.
All right, here we go. Let me jump in with this one, Monty. Let me be your voice. Looking at question, what are we on? Question number 11, correct?
Yeah.
Looking at question number 11, I have full confidence that you, Monty, will get the answer correct.
Wow.
Really? Wow. Okay. All right.
If you're truly in the chat chats the way you once were from day one, I am certain.
Oh.
But that's just me.
Ooh.
Remember, I'm in the producer's room. I'm in the lower level here. I'm on the peon level.
How does that make you feel, Dad, before we show you question number 11?
I think based on that, I think Mama would probably be able to answer better because she's watched all the shows now and she studied them and takes notes on the shows so she can win this game.
Yeah.
So I think Jeremy might be thinking Mama might know more than me because I don't get all the shows. So that helps me. Helps my confidence. Thank you, Jeremy. But I'm ready to go. I will take 195,000 and leave the rest on the table just to see if I can be the GOAT of this program, at least for now.
All right. My stomach is starting to get nervous here for Dad. Woo! Let's show him question number 11. This is the deepest anyone has ever gone in this game. At university, which guest mined Bitcoin with a laptop while sitting in class? Is it A, number 47, James, B, number 49, Daniel, C, number 74, Spencer, or D, number 75, Conrad?
Okay, now this is my problem with my lookup here because Chappie won't help me, and I can't work through your website good enough to find it. So this is pure memory, absolute pure memory. Mama doesn't even know because she's over there plugging away. And I think because I enjoyed the show so much, and I think I talked to you about it, I think I want to save my 3 for the future. So
Yes. Who do you think it is?
Okay, answer or resource. 3, 2, 1. What is it?
C74 Spencer.
C, number 74, Spencer. Jeremy, show him the right answer.
T.
Yeah, boy, this is crazy. This is crazy. Ah, Dad's going far. Dad's going far. This is crazy. This is crazy. Yes.
This is getting beyond my early days of watching every single show now. When we started getting towards Spencer, it starts getting spotty for me. So that was a lucky question for me.
Oh my God.
I was starting to feel so much guilt if you wouldn't have got that.
Mama would have got it, I bet, but you didn't even have it. So.
I've never been more nervous in my life.
Oh man. Now here's what's interesting. When you said that you are going to go off memory and you enjoyed the episode and you talked to me about it, I thought for sure he's going number 75 Conrad, because Conrad works for Bitcoin well. He talked about how the government could one day try to seize your Bitcoin the same way they tried to seize your gold. He used the term no coiner, which you really enjoyed. And I thought, man, he's going to go Conrad on me. But you picked Spencer, and Spencer is correct. He is a local guy here to Raleigh. He's part of the Bitcoin meetup. He found Bitcoin early and he mined it when it was easier for individuals to acquire a handful of powerful rigs and support the Bitcoin network in that way. So his laptop was so loud that his math professor had to stop the lecture and say, hey, can you turn down your laptop?
That was a good part of his stories. I got such a kick out of that because, and that's one reason I remembered it so well. It's just that who would have thought, you know, he's mining on his laptop and his professor's asking him to turn it down. Good question.
It's not like the laptop was making noise. It wasn't like it was playing music. It was just like whirring. You know what I mean? Yeah. Super loud. Yeah. So, Dad, now let's go baseball style and tell you, number one, you are now the player who has officially gone the furthest in the game. That is your prize to collect right now. If you walk away with 493,000 satoshis, you will be the top earner. But if you go to question 12 and get it wrong, you'll drop back down, you'll get cut in half, and you'll walk away with 246,000 satoshis, which would mean you would knock Bloopy out of second place, and you would have the second place trophy and the deepest into the game trophy. So, do you want to risk it for question number 12?
Tell me again the 3 things I have. I can ask a friend, I can ask Jeremy, or I can have more time.
Yeah, so you can take a hummus break and you'll get an extra half a minute while I eat some hummus. You can seek consensus, which in this case is going to be Mom right next to you since she's the only person here. Or you can go peer-to-peer where you're going to access a satchats teammate. Today, that's Jeremy. And again, Jeremy put these questions together. Now, you don't know if he actually put it together wrong and he's going to tell you D 1 year instead of C every 10 minutes. So there's some risk there, but it's also pretty good that he might know what the answer is.
Yeah, and he might.
Or you don't use any and you just guess like you've been doing and you try to keep your second life intact.
Yeah, I think it's getting time for me to start looking at these 3. And if Jeremy might tell me the right answer and not the wrong, he might get 10% of my winnings tapped into his blue wallet from my blue wallet.
This is the next level of strategy here, Dad. Yeah, Dad's using bribes.
Yeah. So what I'm looking for That's a la Beast Master. What
Yes.
I'm looking for here is now I gotta get first place in sats. So yes, we have to move on. And I'm happy to take half of. I don't even. Where am I? 293. That would be 246 or so.
Yes,
1,000?
yes.
Yeah.
You've earned 493, so you would walk away with 246, 247.
Right.
Would not put you at the top earner slot. Okay. Now, there's also a situation where you could answer the question, get it wrong, use your 3 resources to stay alive, and then walk away to preserve your winnings as well. So I'll just put that idea in your head.
What do you mean? After I use my 3 resources, if I still don't have the answer, I can walk away?
No. You could get the answer wrong. Let's say you get question number 12 wrong.
Yeah.
You could turn in all 3 resources to keep playing, right? And take another. I'm sorry. If you got question number 12 wrong, then you would trade in your 3 resources
to continue playing,
to continue on to question number 13, right? Because
Oh,
it wouldn't be about guessing number 12 again, because I would have already told you right. But you could also say, I'm going to take a second life. And when I say, all right, do you want to move on to question number 13? You could say, no, I'm going to walk away with the satoshis I earned at question number 11, because that was the last rightfully earned number of satoshis. You see what I'm saying? Instead of risking it, you could say, never mind, I'm just going to do my 493 and get out of here. Okay. Because when you trade in your 3 resources, you're still alive in the game, and you can walk away before seeing the next question, right? But since you got the question wrong, number 12, I would drop you to question 11, and you would walk away with the 493,000 satoshis. Okay.
And is that more than Senor Papi Gringo?
Yes, because he's earned 346.
Okay, so I would have both number 1 spots, at least for now.
Yes. Okay. You could just
get
the answer of question 12 and still be able to walk away with the top slot for both.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm going to throw up.
Oh,
I'm going to throw up, Jeremy. Here we go. Orange peeling the world. Question number 12. Let's show him the slide. What do you call the number that miners adjust to find a valid block hash? Is it A, the Merkle root, B, raw hex, C, a nonce, or D, UTXO?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know the word Merkle. I've typed it into Chappie.
Okay, 21 seconds is up, Dad. Answer or resource?
I'm going with C, nonce.
C, nonce. Jer, let's show him the right answer. This is insane. Oh my gosh. Dad is going far. This is crazy. Okay, so you've earned 624,100 satoshis, which is worth 716 US dollars right now. Okay, this is the most satoshis that anyone has earned by a long freaking shot. This is the deepest anyone has gone by a long freaking shot. If you go on to question number 13 and get it wrong, you'll drop down to question 12. I'll chop you in half. You'll have 312,000 satoshis, which would earn you the number 2 earner slot and the deepest into the game slot. So you still have all 3 resources intact. Do you want to go on to the second to last question in this game?
Okay, let me just clarify one more time. If I understand these rules, since I have all three intact,
Yep.
I could get the next question wrong
Mm-hmm.
and say I want to use all three of my resources to change my answer or to quit and get the full amount of satoshis.
You wouldn't change your answer because you've already given your answer and I've shown you the answer is wrong. So you would trade in your three resources to get a second life in this game. Now, that means that you're not dead. You're still alive. But what you can do as someone who is still playing the game is invoke your ability to walk away before seeing the next question. So if you get question number 13 wrong, okay? So let's imagine that yeah. So typically what we do here is if you get, let's say you get question number 13 wrong, you trade in all three resources and now you can keep playing the game. The understanding for most people is that you're going to go on to the next question. But this, so far, people have only gotten to question 6 or 7. They get it wrong and they're like, man, I want to keep playing. So of course they're going to move on to question number 8. But you've reached a height that is so dizzying, you may decide, you know what? I'm not dead, even though I got question number 13 wrong. Okay, so I can go on to the 1 million sats question with absolutely no resources. And if I get it wrong, I drop down past question number 13, which I also got wrong, to question number 12. 624,100 satoshis is the last number that you actually earned. So I would cut that in half and you would walk away with 312,050 satoshis. Or you could say, I'm not even going to risk the 1 million sats question. I'm going to drop down past question number 13, which I got wrong, back to question number 12, which I got right. And I'm going to walk away with 624,100 satoshis. So if you go to question number 13, you get it wrong, you trade in all three resources, the question becomes, do I risk it for 1 million sats and walk away with 312,000 satoshis if I get it wrong? Or do I not risk it and I lock in my 624,000 satoshis and I walk away, the leader currently? That's kind of the game you're playing right now, Dad. You're playing for glory at this stage.
My head's about to explode.
So what do you say, Dad? Are you going to risk 624,100 satoshis, aka $716, for a chance at question number 13?
Yes, I am.
Hey! Okay, dude. Let's show my old man the next question, Jeremy. Question number 13. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna throw up. Which one of these guests is not from India? Is it A, number 51 Pallavi, B, number 73 Ali, C, number 77 Kwahana, D, number 84 Bhuvish?
I know which one I want to say, but this isn't something Chappie can help me with. This isn't something that I'm not, it's getting past my watching every show.
Okay, 21 seconds is up, Dad. Answer or use a resource?
Use Jeremy.
How many questions are left after this?
One.
There's only one more after this, Dad. There's only one more.
Is there any reason to keep all three lifelines for the last question?
Yes, because if you go to the last question and you get it wrong, Jeremy will not show you the right answer. we will trade in your 3 resources and you can take another guess at the right answer if you get to the million sats question. So there is a strategy to get all the way to the end and use it as a way to take 2 guesses instead of just 1. So I'm going to give you 3 seconds to decide whether you just want to yeet it or you want to use one of your resources. 3, 2, 1, choose.
I'm going to go. What the hell? I'm going to answer just based on the spellings of these names, which could be completely tricky. God, this may be stupid.
Here we go. Let's get it. Jeremy's going to kick you out and just tell you you're wrong and make you leave the game. Which one?
I'm going to not guess. I'm going to go with the 3 this time.
Go with what?
I want to use my 3 resources now instead of guessing. I want to ask Jeremy.
Oh, he wants to use one resource. Okay. He wants to go to a resource.
So you're going to use your peer-to-peer.
Yeah.
All right. That's one of your 3 resources. So you're going to use peer-to-peer, which is to ask producer Jeremy what he thinks the answer is. Jeremy, for 790,000 satoshis, which one of these guests is not from India? Is it A, number 51 Pallavi, B, number 73 Ali, C, number 77 Kwahana, or D, number 84 Bhuvish? And I would love if we could get you on camera, Jeremy. That would be
that's not going to happen
for the next game.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, here we go. We got to start the resource timer.
Okay.
I got to think.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna puke.
So I remember this episode. I remember this episode because her and I talked about her being from St. Louis, and we were both Midwesterners. So I'm gonna go with C, number 77, Kwahana, Dr. Kwahana. That would be my guess.
I would have chose Ali. So this will be interesting to see what the right answer is.
What are you going to go with? You still get to pick.
You still get to choose, Dad.
Oh no, hell no! I absolutely do not know. And the way the Pallavi and Bhuvish, those sound like they're from India, and Kwahana sounds, but Ali could be like shortened for some cool Indian name. So I completely do not know the answer to this question. And I think I would rather have Jeremy guess than me guess.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Jeremy, let's show Dad the correct answer.
Oh
my goodness. He is correct. Look, my dad has to stand up and walk away with relief. This one was so tricky. So tricky. So Pallavi and Bhuvish for sure. That's India, no doubt. But
Ali was Canadian.
Ali, well, yeah, he was living in Canada, but he's from India.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's not his parent. If you listen to his episode, his parents left India because it wasn't so nice there. They settled in West Africa and were eventually kicked out by a dictator for not being African. And then they took Ali to Canada. So Ali was a super common non-Indian sounding name. Kwahana, it's not clear, right? Dr. Kwahana is an African-American lady from St. Louis, and she had a great Bitcoin beginner episode, but that's not a very common name. And I wanted to sneak her in as a confusing option. And wow. Okay, Dad. So, oh my gosh, you have now earned 790,000 satoshis. So you have gone farther than anyone else in the game. If you get the million sats question wrong, you'll drop down to 790K. I'll chop that in half to 395,000, and you will walk away as the top earner and the one who has gone the deepest. So the million sats question, to my way of thinking, is purely gravy on top.
All right, I'm very happy with my my balancing the desire to go farther with the overabundance of caution when I needed it. to ask for help because I would have been out. I would have missed that one. So, Jeremy, once I get some of Chris's these sats in my blue wallet, send me your address. You're getting 10% of 790,000 sats zapped to you for that help.
If you win 790, because if you go to the million, you'll drop the 790 cut in half.
Yeah. So what? Yeah. So
790, you'll shortchange yourself. You can give them 10% of what you earn, which could be 395.
I've never been sweatier in the studio.
I was thinking I was keeping that 790. So
if you walk away, you could walk away right now, Dad. You could walk away right now. You don't have to go to the million sats question if you don't want to. Okay. You can walk away right now. You have 2 resources left. What's it going to be?
They're not good resources.
Now, one of them gives you more time to think. The other one basically allows you and Mom to get more time to think because she's going to be working too. So what do you think your chances are of getting the million sats question correct?
I don't think they're very good.
Okay.
So,
but are you going to get all the way to the doorstep of glory and walk away without opening it to peek at what's inside?
No, of course I'm not going to do that. So bring it on. Let's go.
Let's absolutely go. I can't believe it. I finally get to ask, I finally get to showcase just how hard the end of this game is. So here we go. For 1 million sats. Show them the slide, Jeremy.
Which it's not really for 1 million sats. I'm doing this for half of 790,000 sats. That's what this is. Going to this question is costing me. So
yeah. This is a death wish here, Dad. Which satillionaire won the million sats giveaway? Is it A, Master Mallet, B, Praetorian 1991, C, Senor Gringo Poppy, or D, Riley?
Damn it. Because the first guy that said he got it we weren't sure that was really a guy. Like that was really him.
Get the hummus break.
Okay, time's up. Answer or resource.
I will go now with the hummus break.
All right, let's start your hummus break timer. I have got some beautiful Ithaca hummus here. Lemon dill. This was featured for the first time in number 2 Jorma's episode. Beautiful, almost smells like a pickle. Here we go. Cheers. I love that dill flavor. Gets me every single time. Hummus break is over.
Damn it.
You want consensus
You
for
didn't
another 28 seconds.
You ate a lion dip. You need to do a fat glob dip. I think you need to redo that. Get a fatter glob.
Jeremy has a 28-second timer. We're all above board. You at home can time it as well to make sure we're staying honest. That's 28. So you need to answer or use your last resource to get the consensus of the group. And in this case, it's going to be Mom.
I'll use my last resource.
Okay, let's bring Mom on the screen, Jeremy. She has been working faithfully this whole time to help Dad go deeper than anyone has ever gone before. Which satillionaire won the million sats giveaway? Is it A, Master Mallet, B, Praetorian 1991, C, Senor Gringo Poppy, or D, Riley? Start the timer, Jer.
say, I don't know.
Yeah. See, you can't.
Senor Gringo coffee?
No, Senor Gringo didn't win it. He wanted to win it.
Okay.
Birthday or
Time's up. Now it's time to make a choice.
Do it.
B. Praetorian 1991.
Okay, let's show him the right answer, Jer.
Damn it.
It's A, Master Mallet. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is such a hard question. It's unbelievable how hard it is. Riley works for Bitcoin Well. He is often in the comments of our show. We met him at the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas. He's a great guy. Senor, we know him. We love him. He clearly didn't, well, he wouldn't show up there. He did not win the 1 million Satoshis. I can tell you that much. But he's been on satchats. He's been on TICK TOCK Next Block twice. Praetorian 91 has played this game once. He also goes by the name Gage. And he came to us from the Midwest. Was it outside Chicago, Jeremy?
Yeah, I think so.
And he got knocked out about halfway through. Now, here's what you're remembering, Dad. When we reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, we pulled a list of every publicly subscribed satillionaire. We put them onto a big wheel and we spun the wheel. And the name that came out of the hat was Master Mallet. Okay. And immediately in the chat, we had someone called Master Mallet say, "Hey guys, I'm here. I won. I can't believe it. This is amazing." And we were so excited. Oh my gosh, he's actually in the room here with us. This is unbelievable. Let's go. But then something was a little fishy. And there were some satillionaires in the chat, AKA some chat-tillionaires, who said, no, no, no. This guy's name was something else just a second ago. He just changed his name in the chat to Master Mallet, and we know this can't be the right guy. So I said, oh, shoot. Well, I tell you what, we'll slow, and, you know, because we probably would have sent the million sats to him straight away right there, and we would have gotten absolutely scammed by somebody in the chat. So we slowed things down, and I went through the back end of YouTube Studio to find the real Master Mallet. And when I clicked on his profile, it took me to a guy whose handle was @Master Mallet, and his YouTube name was Mega Metallica. I was like, what is going on here? But for some reason, I got this sneaking suspicion that it was my next door neighbor, number 6, Michael. And I called him up. And I said, Michael, what's going on, man? Nothing. How are you? I'm good, man. What is your YouTube handle? And he said, it's Mega Metallica. And I went, oh my God, man. So you are @Master Mallet and your name is Mega Metallica. He said, yes. I said, you just won the 1 million sats giveaway. You did. My next door neighbor, I watch his dog Stanley all the time. He came on the show number 6 and he won the 1 million sats. So he is the 1 million sats winner. And when we reach 10,000 subscribers, we will do it all over again and we will award 2 million sats to one lucky subscriber. So Dad, you got question number 13 correct thanks to Jeremy's help. So the last number of Satoshis that you truly earned, because you can see it on my shirt, Dad, earned, right, is 790,000 Satoshis. I'm going to chop that in half. You're going to walk away with 395,000 Satoshis, which is exchanging right now for $401.43. It doesn't matter because you're not going to exchange it into nation state paper, correct?
Right.
Let's go. So we will be updating our scoreboard after this episode airs, which will be October 3rd, I believe. and you will officially have gone deeper than anyone else to the last question. The last question, Jeremy, and you will have earned more than anyone else, which is 395,000 satoshis. Now, Dad, the only thing here is we need to get past 2 live episodes of Tick Tock Next Block before playing the 2 pre-recorded ones. So if someone gets to the 1 million sats before you do, you will go down in history as having achieved something, but not getting credit for it whatsoever. So hope that doesn't happen to you.
I will have an asterisk by my name on the satchats wall of fame.
Yes, you'll become an incredibly difficult trivia question. Who got the furthest but never got credit for it? It's my dad. All right, Dad. That was an incredible game. I can't believe how far you went. I can't believe what started to happen to me around question 10. I started getting real nervous. So, guys, Satillionaires, if you want to grow Bitcoin adoption worldwide, then you need to get in here and help us do Satoshi's work. Help us orange pill pre-coiners one at a time. Help us collect Bitcoiner stories one at a time. Subscribe to our channel. The biggest thing you can do to jump in here with me and help me orange pill the world is to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Our goal is to get 10,000 subscribers underneath our Christmas tree this Yuletide season. That means by December 25th, we want 10,000 subscribers. To help us get there, when we do, we'll choose one from among you. We'll drop 2 million satoshis on your head. If you want to come on SatChats or Tick Tock Next Block, go to satchats.com and sign up to grab your slot in the studio today. You can skip the line to play Tick Tock Next Block by playing alongside in the chat and getting the high score. If you want to support our show by donating your satoshis, if you want to support our show by sponsoring, you can grab all that information in the show notes, our on-chain and Lightning addresses and our email. It's all in there for you. Dad, I cannot believe how far you got. Thank you so much for playing this pre-recorded episode of Tick Tock Next Block so that we could go explore Iceland together for my 40th birthday. Thanks so much, everybody. We will see you Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern for the next episode of Sat Chats. Bye-bye. Keep stacking those sats or just come on here and play. We'll give them to you.